13th of May 2020 would have been my mum's 95th birthday. She died 3 years ago at the age of 92. I can recall from my early years Mum telling me about Jesus who said, "I am the Good Shepherd," and learning about the God who cares, indeed loves the world. This lies deep within me. 20 years ago, I was invited to stay with a contemporary monastic community in Geelong, Australia, about an hour's drive from Melbourne. I knew they were a Baptist community in origin, but made up of other denominations and strongly influenced by the Orthodox Church. I little knew then the impact they would have on me, and that later I would become a member of this community. But it was on this first visit that I encountered praying with icons for the first time. In my prayer room now at home, I have an icon of the Good Shepherd. The writer of the icon has chosen an inclusive image depicting the Good Shepherd as probably female, Middle Eastern, and dressed in Middle Eastern garments, and holding not a sheep, but a goat. It is a very arresting picture, as it presents a very different image to the Western white figure I grew up with from childhood. When I first prayed with the icon, I was drawn particularly to the presence of the goat. I found it easy to imagine myself as the goat, struggling with pressures to conform, but at the same time recognizing the rebel within me who wanted to break out and find his own way in life. The wonder for me is that God loves the rebel, who doesn't always play to the rules as much as anyone else. It is a false dichotomy to image God loving one person more than another, friend or foe, sheep or goat. The picture has helped me in other ways too. In praying for others when I can't find the right words, either because I struggle with them as people or their needs are greater than I can voice in prayer. I place them in the icon as the goat figure, now held by Jesus with the shepherd's hand around them, not controlling or coercive, but loving and free. The goat is free to go whenever, but chooses, at least for the moment, to remain close to the shepherd. The original icon hangs in the oratory of the Community of the Transfiguration in Australia. Alongside it is another tablet which reads, "I am the Good Shepherd. I lead you to deep, abiding, healing, fertile stillness. Here is the scapegoat. I found it in your shadow. What will we do with it? I long to restore you to your true self." It recognizes the tension within, the damaged parts of our lives that so easily play out, breaking relationships and causing hurt to others. Our own ability to even unknowingly scapegoat others. Yet it is this damaged part of us that God deeply loves, not condemning or judging us for our failures. God's call is always to lead us to life and healing, and it is as we come to him with all our successes and joys, as well as our failures and regrets, that we find a God who accepts all of who we are. He invites us on a journey toward healing and wholeness.